another week, another round, another aerial, another Supercross, another easy track. I'm going to throw that out there. Very easy track today. At least it feels easy. Why already? Please don't tell me this is boofed already. Oh, hang on. Not a good start. All right, let's do that. Do that. Is it gonna work? It's not capturing my reshade overlay. Capture my reshade overlay, please. Capture third-party overlays. There we go. That should be right now. Yay! There we go. Right, we're good. We're back in business. Right. Hello, everybody. So, if you are unfamiliar with the Lynn's YouTube channel lore and background, bit framey. Last year, I won Indianapolis. And last year, again, it was a very simple, straightforward track. We have some variables today. I am not playing like this. What is... You seen this? Apparently it says I've got 150 frames. If I might have to go and download the low quality version of this for the race if it's going to continue. I can't play like that. It almost feels like it's a... It doesn't feel like it's frames. It almost feels like it's internet lag, like high ping, for example. But I've never had that before. Oh, I'm screen sharing in Discord. You're right. You're right. Will that fix on the fly, or will I have to close and reopen my game for that? I'm just going to close Discord altogether. Hang on. Close. Will it fix it on the fly, or do I need to close and reopen the game? Because I know Discord can be a bit messy sometimes. See if that's any better. Right now, it feels a little bit better. We'll see if that continues. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, round 9 this week. It is Cancer Awareness Week. It is Love Moto Stop Cancer, which is why we have got the pink drip that we're rocking today. And a lap times today are going to be very quick. I think top of 450s and top of 250s as well, based on lap times people were saying in Discord. I think people are going to be cracking into the 46s. And because it is such a short track and such a simple one, I think the cutoff between first and 40th, so top and bottom of qualifying times to make it through, there's not going to be much in it at all. You're looking at a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds max, I think, between top and bottom. But we should be good. The variables that I was talking about for this round is I have changed my settings. Don't read into that too much, because by settings I mean one singular setting and also a slight geometry change on the bike. I've increased my gain. I've been running 94 gain recently, and I've increased it from 94 now to 97. What that just generally means is my bike will lean over quicker and further. So whilst individual lap times might improve for a couple races at least, the consistency might not be there until I've got it fully ingrained into my fingers. But I've tried a handful of the rounds we've had already this year, and I have gone quicker by a couple of attempts on each and every one. So it's a net positive, I think. So we'll see how it all goes. And yeah, hope you have a good night. The only other issue that I've got today, which is, it definitely sounds like me putting excuses out there early. I felt quite nauseous all evening. I don't know why. I feel a little bit like bleh, a bit sicky. So hopefully there's no chunks blown on the stream. If there is, I'll be running to the bathroom as quickly as humanly possible. And now we just have to sit here and wait for the qualifying to start. You like the hat? Thank you very much. BP gave me this one, so I can... I mean, I'll be honest. I could still scumbag the system. I'm trying to keep the sponsors happy, though, you know. Could do this instead. That wouldn't make them happy at all. I am undecided on if it's faster to jump or skim the whoops right now. I wish the inside rut before the whoops was a little bit more forgiving. I can see why it's not, so it's not OP, but it's like it's really tight angle. I think skimming them will be quicker, and it sets you up nicer for the turn afterwards. In my mind, it's better to carry the front wheel from the corner over that single and then skim them after that, because that feels really quick to me. We'll see. Also, if I take the hat off now as well, by the way, boys, I've shaved it all off again. Like, it's all gone. Oh, where the implanted hair is still growing through, it's just two different lengths, so it looks like I'm trying to grow a mohawk, and I'm not intentionally. So it's all shaved off again at the moment. So we got bald Linda again for the time being. So we got qualifying now. Try and lock in. We'll do what we always do. Pits is a long way away from the finish line. That's going to be a bit annoying for people to get a beeline over there over and over again. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to try and go for a banker lap to begin with, and then try and just get faster and faster from there. So on this bank lap, I'll try and show you the lines I'm taking. I'm stepping over from the inside. I'm going on, off here. I've experimented with the inside here a lot, but again, I don't like the angle that the rut is. It doesn't feel like the natural angle you want to take into the corner. And then the sand is being a little bit tricky with me. I've not had many smooth runs through it. All I do know is I want to be able to double out like that so you get a smooth run. I do like the inside in this section, and this is a good comparison actually. People going outside, let's see how it works. I think I gained time. I might not have, but it feels like I did. So I'm going to continue doing that. And then we got to try and wheelie up and over that. Oh, when the road comes in, that might cause some issues, but for now, we are Gucci. And hopefully... Already in the 46s. Okay. My best in testing was a high 47. I couldn't put a lap together. So to get a 46 already on a quote-unquote banker lap, I'm very happy with. So now, we basically spend the next 18.5 minutes of qualifying going back to the pits and going to the start over and over and over, or going to the finish line over and over and over again, because we have to go full send 100 miles an hour everywhere to gain a few nanoseconds. That is, that's how it's going to be for the rest of this qualifying session. So I apologise if you're not the biggest fan of that. I need to try and remember to whip to the right here rather than the left, just so I set myself up nicer for that corner. Actually, okay, overjump that. So the alternative is the inside here, and the rut's a little bit... Let me show you. It's a little bit too far towards the middle of the turn, and it's angled like perfectly with the way the corner is. But it's almost like you... I don't think you want that. I think you want it to start a little bit more like here, and then be more shallow, so it drifts you out wider, so you can carry that momentum. But then I guess maybe if it was like that, it'd be quite OP. So you'd probably carry more speed on the inside than the outside. So there's definitely pros and cons. And to be fair, flat tracking's not terrible these days, so we could probably just flat track our way around it just as quickly. But yeah, I much prefer going inside here after this triple. Been experimenting with it a little bit. Unless, if somebody... So there's two, I think, possible big boy options on this outside, which I've not been able to do. One is you might be able to step over and quad in, which I do actually think will be much more doable with a road once the road comes in. And then the alternative, if you get it really, really well, is if you scrub the triple in and stay low, you might get enough oomph to then seat bounce that and step onto that. Then I'm not sure what you'd do after that, because you wouldn't be able to step off over that single. So basically that's the reason why I don't like going outside. Because if I just step onto the triple normally and then step off like they want to, you've got to check up a lot of speed here to then jump this. Whereas if you go inside, you haven't got to check up at all. You can drive forwards the entire time and try and keep the bike lower to the ground. So I'm a big fan of the inside here. And this inside, this is, funnily, I think it's the best inside right on the track. It starts nice and tight inside, and then it's not quite as sharp the whole way through it. Then look, I'm like driving forwards the whole time rather than checking up to get up and over it. So I like it. I'm a fan. We might have... I mean, if you're a 450 rider and you're usually on the cusp of qualifying, tonight is your night, because it's East-West Showdown tonight for the 250 boys. So there's going to be 4, 5, 6 extra slots in 450s, where the 250 boys that usually race the 450s on the other coast won't be doing so. So if you are usually right on that bubble making it, tonight should probably be your night to make it through. So hello, Island. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was good. That was a good opening first lap. I actually think I'm going to struggle to beat that now. I think it wasn't fully reserved, but it was just a clean lap. It was definitely time to gain. Just little bits, like you don't want to overjump the triple into that section or the triple out. You end up jumping really, really high from the suspension rebounding. Trying to get a good wheelie over this single here before the whoops that doesn't kick you over the bars, and then you also stay nice and low driving through the whoops. The whoops themselves are actually really easy to stay on top of. but they're very, very quick. So if it does start to go wrong, it will get away from you in a hurry. So you got to be on your toes. You got to adjust and react very, very quickly to what the bike's doing. And then the only other... Yeah, I'm just unsure about this, because if you go triple-double there, I have to check up on that double out, so I don't jump into the face of the tunnel. So I'm not too sure. Just kind of doubling my way through here. I don't think it's the quickest at all. You can probably gain probably like half a second or something disgusting through there. Oh, I'm a bit wide. Get it turned in. Nice. So double, scrub that triple, scrub that double out. Try and get some power down to the ground. Scrub that. Oh, it's gone framey again. It's gone framey again. Oh, it's gone so framey. What the... Huh? I can't play like that. I'm gonna have to close and... I'm gonna close and reopen my game. Give me a second. Because I was screen sharing in Discord, which can mess it up. And I think it keeps it messed up until you then close and reopen the game. So I just need to try and do this real quick. Shouldn't affect anything because I'm not leaving and joining on a new bike, so it shouldn't affect the server in any way at all. Should be fine. We'll load her on up. You going to the race in real life tomorrow? That sounds good. IRL Indy usually gets quite beat up, doesn't it? Usually gets quite rough. The actual race for me tonight. Oh. God, you're asking a lot. It's always hard to judge. I want to say 2 hours? Something like that. Maybe 2 hours from now is when the 450 race will start. A little bit less than 2 hours, because last week we finished at 10:30 my time, and it's currently 8:10 now. So a little under 2 hours from now, I reckon. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you, Steezy. I think my vibes are a bit high today because I've been somewhat productive. I haven't just been lounged in the chair playing COD all day, doing nothing worthwhile, if that makes sense. Like, made a video, made an Instagram, a reel, made a TikTok, made thumbnail for the stream nice and early. Had a little nap as well because I was feeling it. I've been up since 4:30 AM because I've been struggling to sleep quite a lot. And it's been like to the point where it started annoying me. I'm trying to get my sleep pattern to a point where I'm waking up at like 7, 8 AM like a normal human being does, because I'm meant to be going riding on Sunday. And obviously you wake up nice and early to go to motocross, and you don't want to be going to motocross on 1 hour sleep. I've done that far too many times. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Zolric. I appreciate that, my man. Let me turn these on real quick. There we go. Oh, I need to change the audio now. We don't like Ricky anymore, do we? We hate Ricky. L Ricky. L Ricky and L Diffie. Let's make this bigger. That's what she said. Let's slap that right up there. Nice big letters. Yeah, thank you very much, Zolric. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, we don't like Ricky. We have to change it. We'll try and find a smart quote that Daniel Blair made, and we'll replace it at some point. One thing about these locals in the Southwick area, man, they come. Smile more, please. I'm trying to, GS. I'm trying to. I've got a big announcement to make, but I don't know when to make it. I don't know if to do it later on in the stream when we've got a lot of people in here chilling. Because I think last week someone said there was like 800 people at one point. So it'd be cool to do it around that time. Or I don't know whether just to save it and put it in at like the start of a video. I really don't know which way to do it. Maybe both. Both could be. Okay, Finn's gone 0.3 quicker. I don't know if I can go 0.3 quicker than the lap time I had. But again, I've joined the server and you can see, like, look, these freezes are really bad. I can't restart the PC is my issue, because I'm not one of them fancy Twitch streamers that have a 2 PC streaming setup. So if I turn the PC off, the stream ends, and I hate that because it's really a pain in the arse getting everybody back in again. I just have to pray that it's not too bad in the race. Maybe we just commit to it, see what it's like in the heat. If it causes any issues in the heat, then maybe I'll go and download the low quality version. Or just turn my turning my graphics down in game would probably be a good idea. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe turn shaders off or something. It's very weird how some weeks it's absolutely fine, and then other weeks I get all these weird little stutters. To be fair to my computer, I'm just thinking about it. It has been on for like over 2 days at this point. I've been really lazy and not turned it off at night, so it's probably screaming for a break. Thank you very much, Logan. Oh, Brian's not reading it out. Oh, sorry, I thought he was going to read it. That's why I didn't read it myself. Thoughts on South African MX Bikes players? I love all of you. We have a lot of South African MX Bikes people that chill in this channel from time to time. I don't know how we've got so many of you in here, but you've all been very lovely. I've not met a South African on this game yet that I've disliked at all. Very nice. I should download more RAM. You are correct. Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll try and how many people? Hang on, how many people we got in the lobby right now? I mean, oh, we got more than 22 people, so it shouldn't be as bad for the heat race. If it's bad in the heat, then I'll go down low quality. I just know that it takes away from the viewer experience quite a lot, just not having a stadium, and I'll be honest, I think it looks horrid. It actually distracts me not having a stadium. I kind of lose track of where I am on the track, if that makes sense. I've got no like reference points at all of where I am. I wonder if any of these fast boys are going to be jumping through them. I mean, the Lion it might change throughout the night, to be honest, depending on what the road does. I thought it was very, very interesting last week that on the roughest track that we had the least weird road. I thought, maybe it's just because we weren't going as fast of a speed into the corners or into the faces of the jumps because of the pre-made rough, I don't know. But I'm intrigued to see if we still get that weirder road this week, like we have been previously. It's just the weird little holes that you get in the jump faces can be a bit strange. Oh no! Oh, there's that lap time gone. I try messing around with the bike geometry a little bit to make it turn in a bit easier. Because what I did have, it didn't like the flat tracking at all. It's like the front end, I get so much understeer. And I've made it a little bit better, but it does still struggle from time to time. You saw in that right-hander before the whoops, it didn't want to get pitched in. I think I just need to brake harder and then try and forcefully step the back end out slightly to get the turning done for me. Let me check up on this a little bit. Nice. Oh, I've jumped this too far. It's alright. Bike actually turned in that time. Tagged the back end though. Ah, tagged it again. Yeah, that's that lap done too. I am on a KTM. The paint itself is private. All the skins I run are private. So they're not stuff that other people can go and download. But KTM 450 just made pink to support the Love Moto Stop Cancer. Just Cancer Awareness Week. Probably I need to move further over to the right here. I think I've made the sand harder for myself by not moving over more. Uh-oh. Skirt! Oh, see the front end knife on me where I was on the brakes. See, that's what you want. Just stay nice and low, scrubbing your way through. Lovely stuff. I mean, this lap is nowhere near to what my best one was, but we'll just get the reps in, you know. It doesn't hurt just to run lap times in general as well and get a flow going. I see a lot of Yamahas. Like a lot of Yamahas. Is that the Yummy Yummy, KTM Yummy Yummy, Husky, Yummy Yummy Yum 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 Yum. Lots of yummies, yeah. Oh, hang on. We got any drama. Why don't we like Ricky? Oh, yeah. Nobody's a fan of Ricky right now. Nobody in the motocross community. Type in, yeah, type in Daniel Blair the Truth on YouTube. 30-minute long video. Give it a watch. And, yeah, probably that's the best job of describing it. Better than I could describe it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. I was worried about getting like the one good lap, and then because you then have to get everything so perfect to try and go a little bit quicker again, you get all these restarts over and over that can be quite frustrating to do. Kind of take all the momentum out of yourselves. I'm just going a little bit too fast, pushing a bit too deep into that corner. No, oh, I turned down. I was like half a second quicker in the beginning of that stand there. I'm not utilising the outside enough. I'm trying to keep it quite tight and just doubling my way through normally, where I think I'd benefit more by trying to apex it more, which I know sounds obviously very straightforward and like what you'd want to do, but because you've got the ruts and the bumps in there too, it's not as straightforward as you think. You have to be quite precise on where you decide to drift out wide and where you decide to cut back. But that is the place that I will need to gain or lose time. Okay, that was nice. I'll go and go for that. Nice. And I'm going to go inside here, drift out, then cut back in. Oh, that would have been so nice. No! Not really got many more attempts at it either. Clock is counting down. Boing. Well, be careful in that left-hander. It's not as banked as you ideally want it to be, considering how much speed you come out of the whoops with. Might be very easy to push the front end up and over it. Probably see a few people do that tonight. Oh, that would have been nice. That would have been very, very nice if the rest of my lap was also good. Someone's had enough. Just lying on the floor thinking about life. Oh no! God damn it. Overjump the middle. Should we let's experiment. Let's try jumping and see what happens. We're 0.3 up on the lap going into it. Oh! Okay. Maybe not. I mean, realistically, so, I mean, let's play devil's advocate as well. Let's say Mr. Blair did do something that annoyed Ricky. Because Daniel's now aired his issues, there's nothing stopping Ricky from doing the same back and saying what the issue was. So if Daniel is actually at fault and he started some sort of controversy, Ricky will say so. So until that happens, I feel like you got to back DB at this point. I'm old. Very old. I'm struggling to spot the point of that sand where I want to exit. The entrance is fine. It's the exit that I'm struggling with to get the nice double out that I want. My eyes aren't eyeing. I don't have many more chances at doing this. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to get back and forth into an argument match because people are allowed their opinions. But I don't understand how you can W Ricky with the information that's been put out there so far. I'm more than happy for my mind to then be changed if more information comes out. But from what I've seen, at least, it's an L Ricky. And two things can be true at once, by the way. You can like Ricky because of how good he was on a motorbike, but then you can also not like him as a person and as a commentator. Like, those two things can be true at the same time. You haven't got to absolutely love everything about one person, and if you don't, you hate everything about them. L-take? No, I think that's just an immature response, to be honest. It seems like very narrow-mindedness if it's all or nothing. You are allowed to like things and dislike things. I mean, if you want to be edgy, you can say that P. Diddy's not a very nice person, but he made okay music. Nothing wrong with that. His music doesn't now suddenly become really, really bad because he's done some not-so-great things in his lifetime. So two things could be true at once. Good music, L person. Same thing with Ye. Yeah, true. Ye's a little bit unhinged, but again, good music. Good music indeed. Ooh. So realistically, lap time wise, actually, me and Finn could have both gone a lot quicker. So my idea was 46.4, his was 46.3. So there was a lot of time on the table. Oh, pardon me, table there. And I'll be honest, I think it's just all in the sand. I think that's all there is to it. All in the sand. Right, let's do a practice start. We are probably not going to get as insane jumps as we did last week, for the sole reason that it's going to be different start traction, so I need to try and remember where I need to lean. Oh, thank God there was no collision. That was not a good jump. No clue who TC is, but he had a really good start there. Yeah, Sony, can we have Daytona start traction on every track, please? So for non-biased reasons, nothing like that. Not because I'm the only person that can get out of the gate on it. Show you boys a funny picture. You've probably already seen this picture, but I'll show you a picture as well. Get the bike ready for 22nd, 23rd. I will tell Big Papa to sort it for me. Let's try and find this picture. I posted it in my... oh, here it is. This was from last week. This was Aiden's point of view. Yeah, safe to say I had the starts dialed last week. Rack's on 45.6. I imagine he's done something outrageous like quadding in before the whoops, for example. But yeah, can we have start great traction? Because for some reason nobody knows how to get out the gate on it. But because of my many years of playing the game and all different traction types and stuff, you learn how to start on different tractions. So can we just do that every week, please? That'd be great. No scumbaggery either, which was the most impressive thing. Just nice, normal start. It's an okay start. I've seen, yeah, definitely sim better. Best time so far for me was a 46.8. I've got no idea why I keep getting the occasional black screen if I'm like messing about, changing around in settings today. But it is what it is. How many people have we got in the stream right now? Because I don't know whether to do this announcement now or wait until later. Let's have a look. We've got 476. Oh, do I do it now or do I put it off? I mean, I could do it twice. I could do one now for you early birds as like an early thank you. and then I could do one a little bit later as well. Could be, yeah, you're right, actually. It could be my reshade, because it's classed as a third-party overlay, so it could be having trouble trying to do them right now. I'll do, you know what, I'll do it now, and then we'll do it when we're loading into the main event server as well. So, as you know, my merch game has been pretty dog shit. So, I've been working on some new merch. And not just Lynn's logos slapped on everything. I've been trying to make actual designs, and some of you will know this, because I mentioned this like 3 weeks ago, maybe longer, for the first time. New website is up, is live. And for those of you with eagle eyes and keen eyes, you will see in the description of this stream, the third link is a link that you never would have seen before, just before the donations. And we now have, thank you to Reaper Doc as well for the suggestions on here, we now have a new website where we've got all the merch that I've put on here. We've only got two like proper designs so far. One we've got inspired by the whole do thing through the whoops. We've got this lovely vectorized, I think that's Justin Barsha, but my brother vectorized this for me, so I use that. And then actually here we've got, you can see the letters D, U, D, U, so do for the whoops, in a variety of colours, should you wish. You can even get a pink one if you're lucky enough to have a lady friend or a boyfriend who likes that colour. We then also have the Take It Outdoors tees as well, which has, for legal reasons, not the track name, but the track's locations on there, and just has the track maps of all of the outdoor rounds from the 2024 season on there. We also have on the front, we've got the little Pointy Boys logo, which I made myself personally. Was very happy about that. And I like Pointy Boys just as a name in general. I think it's quite cool. And then I'm probably going to order one of these for me and Rusper for the golf course, but we have a Pointy Boys polo shirt as well. I'm thinking this one might get a revision. This one might get a change, because I thought it might be cool to put a little something on the side sleeve, even if it says like Lynn's 35, something like that. I think that could be quite cool, just as something extra, so it's not quite so plain. And then we've got hoodies and hats, all that good stuff, depending on your preference. We got the old Pointy Boys desk mat down here, which I need to give a big thank you to Dan from FXR. I didn't draw this at all. This was all Dan's work here, and I think it looks really nice on there. So there's a little desk mat for you too. And I say this is just early days. I just wanted to get some stuff up here. Got a couple of designs that we've spammed, from t-shirts to jumpers as well. So if you want to go and show support to the channel in other ways, just outside of streams, then by all means do so. I've tried to keep the price as low as I can within reason while still making some commission. I think on each of these jumpers I make just under like $10, so I don't know what the conversion rate is. Clothes are expensive. Unfortunately, this particular, let's say, model of jumper, or hoodie, I should say, sorry, this one only comes in black. So I might use one of the other templates that this website has to offer down the line, so you can get more colours, not just a black one. However, the shirts, for example, you can get in various colours, like whatever colour you want. So by all means, if you want to go cop something, I'd really, really appreciate it. If you don't, then just be here and watch the stream. And that is just as supportive, and I love each and every one of you. So yeah, I tried to keep the prices down as much as I could do. So make a couple dollars on each one. But I thought I'd show you that now. And then later on today, we can always show it on again, but just before the stream. I also need to order some for myself so I can actually show it off in person. I have not done so yet, but I just finalised that today, so I thought I'd show it all to you. I got fifth. I don't know whether to be happy or not about that, to be honest, because it felt like a fast lap. But again, I can probably gain a good half a second just in the whoop section alone. What we're doing, heat race. Let's have a look. So Rax was, I was going to say he was way quicker than everyone. He was 0.3 quicker than Cam, and then Cam was half a second quicker than Tyler. So actually, from first to third, there's 0.8, 0.7, 0.7, 0.8, 0.75, something like that. Yeah, no, P5's not bad at all. I mean, being over a second off on a track this small is quite bad, I'll be honest, but can't be unhappy with a fifth. And again, it could just be one of them tracks today where if you get a good start, just stay alive and you'll do well. But the only issue you've then got... Oh, thank you very much, Wyatt.
Love the merch.
Oh, Brian's reading it now.
The time to do so. Thanks
It's all right.
to all mods too. Got a great team and community. Love to see the growth.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. It seems like everyone's in a good mood, especially after yesterday and JV racing that track. Like, I've not seen anyone say a bad thing about that track. Even the gremlins usually come out of the woodwork and say all tracks should be free. I've not seen them complain about that one at all, and I do think it's the best facility that we've got in this game. And I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago, MX Bikes hit its highest ever Steam player count. So whilst sometimes I feel like the racing side of things might be in a bit of a shambles and the game's a bit wonky on the physics side, it's actually in quite a healthy place, just in general community. So that's good. That's very, very good. They will deliver worldwide. They'll deliver absolutely everywhere. So that doesn't matter where you're from in the world, you can do that. It was just by default. It was in dollars. You can change it to GBP or a whole bunch of other currencies, and I'm guessing they'll ship out of different facilities. I don't have to hold any stock through that service either. They do it on demand, so it makes it easier for me. Sorry, I saw a message from Transcend just saying about the lap. I've lost it. There it is. I messed up the tunnel jump and the sand a bit. Had like 0.5. So, oh yes, yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's always time to gain. Yeah, the new compound was $4, which I believe is the most you're allowed to charge for a single track. I'm using the word single track is a very loose term, like a single facility, for example. You know, something that's not like a massive season pass, but just considering it's 6 tracks, just divide 4 by 6, and I guess that's how much you're paying per one. But I think it's worth it. And to be honest, for nothing else, it's nice paying for stuff like that, because then JV can then go and show them numbers to... And Reaper. Right? Reaper was the man behind the scenes, pulling all the strings to get them sponsors involved, and the names so like Star and Cole and Juju and AP and Pierce and Bogle and everybody, like Verb, everyone involved in it. If companies and people see the popularity and that there is a market, or like within this little niche that we have, then more and more people will be willing to get their name and brands involved in it. So it's always going to be a net positive for the game in general. But if anybody does go and get any merch from that website, bear in mind it's the first time I've used them as well. I believe Reaper still uses them also. But if you have any problems with it, please do let me know, and I'll try my best to look into it and sort it out. But it should be okay. See so many. I mean, they advertise big YouTubers on their homepage on that website. People like Philip DeFranco and stuff, who are absolutely massive. So I have no reason to believe why anything should go wrong at all. Somehow Kelso's still gonna hate. Nah, you leave Kelso alone. I'm trying to turn a new leaf, boys. I want to try and be squeaky clean. I don't want to be controversial anymore. I just want to be nice and PG, right down the middle. I also want to try and start commentating things a bit more as well, and then maybe fizzling out the racing side of things. Maybe after this year, we shall see. Kind of looking at maybe converting over to more of a commentating role. Only reason being, I'll say it very bluntly, I have more fun when I'm watching friends screen share the game in Discord than I do actually doing the races myself these days. There's probably a whole bunch of reasons behind why, but that is just the very short explanation of it. And then also with Motocross the game around the corner, it'll be nice to spend more time working on my speed on that game rather than having to try and keep up with all the crackheads on bikes. So, thank you very much, Godis. I very much appreciate it. So I think the natural progression for me would be to then try and go to more of a MX Bikes commentator role. Because, I mean, I've got the experience. I feel like I can give a lot of useful insight to the people watching as well and give my thoughts and opinions. And then in any downtime between races, just go and ride the track a little bit myself to show people what it's all about. No, I don't know. I feel like I'd be a good commentator. I think it'd be good. Just don't turn into a Ricky. No, I'll try not to. I've commentated once or twice before, and it is a difficult thing to do, to make it engaging all the way throughout. So I do respect the people that do commentate. But again, one of them things, Do it a handful of times, get the practice under your belt, and I think you'll be good to go. Like, just try and make sure that you get all the battles all the time, not just focus on one specific person. Oh, I don't have any particular race in mind at the moment. I mean, I'd love for it to be aerial stuff, but then I feel like I'm kicking someone else out if I do get in. So, like, Cupcake does EU, Narvo does NA, and then at the same time, I don't know if I'd want to co-commentate like that. I think I'd like to just kind of do my own thing, you know? So, no idea. No idea. That's still a very open-ended question. We'll see what the future holds in that regards. And yes, so it would actually force me to download people's gear for once rather than just downloading my own stuff all the time. I'm gonna have to buy another. I'm gonna have to buy more storage. I'm not gonna have enough room on my PC at this rate. Just my recordings alone for today's video. I don't know what the final video length was, but the amount of recording time was like 57 minutes, something like that. It was 100 gigabytes in file size. Now the final version, I managed to get it down to like 36 gig or so, which I was actually really happy with. I changed some export in settings, so that'll be good moving forwards. But it's always nice to have more room on your PC. Can you guys, for any of you that have watched today's video, by the way, did you notice a difference in quality compared to other videos? In terms of like just the visual quality, did it look grainier than usual or blurrier than usual, or did it look the same? Because if it looked the same, I'm going to use that method that I used more often. Is a little bit less. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe just for the really, really long videos, then I'll do what I've done today, and then for the shorter videos, I'll do what I do normally. Like it's such a difficult game to make look good on YouTube because stuff's moving so quickly. Like, really, really difficult. The track on the side of my screen is a mod called Max HUD, and that is on the MXB Mods website if you want that yourself. And there's instructions and everything on how to install it and put it in your game on there too. But yeah, Max HUD, MAXHUD. This is an interesting first turn because it's very, very tight. So it's going to be super easy to drift out wide, and then someone's going to slide underneath and then go to the inside of the next corner. Is East-West Shootout today, are you only eligible to sign up for it if you're in the top, let's say like top 40, pardon me, top 40 of your coast? Because I noticed Troy has come back to the 450 class this week when he's been doing well in 250s. You're just an outdoors merchant, Fresh, that's all it is. You like the Daytona roughness, and now we're back to easy, smooth tracks, and you didn't make it. The issue is everyone's good at these tracks, but not everyone's good at Daytona. Yeah, I think the picture in my loading screen, the guy must have saw like a 10 out of 10 woman walking past, so he just like cranked that neck over to the side. Broke it real quick. Was they waiting for me? Are we going already, or is that a mistake? No, I think... Okay, we're racing, boys. We are racing. Right. Let's get a good start. We'll try and stay away from that man as much as possible. Mr. Isaac right there with his high ping. And Posty as well. God, Posty's ping's even worse. This isn't me throwing shade at the people, by the way, when I say this. This is purely the difference in netcode and how this game flings you. I could be 3 bike whips away from Isaac on my screen and probably his screen as well, but the game will say, no, you've met in the middle and we're now going to fling you flying. So whenever I say about Aussie ping or Brazilian ping, it's not hate to those individuals or to those countries. It is purely from the internet perspective. And I've been around long enough now on this game to know how bad... I think Tyler just got jump start. So this is going to be red flagged, which means I'm probably about to get the whole shot if it gets red flagged. Don't move over left. You know what? No, that was Tyler on my right. You deserve to get pushed out there, Tyler. I'm sorry, but there was no need to cut over like that. He probably had the front wheel on his screen. Is it not? Maybe it's not going to get red flag. Who was on... Wait, who was on the left of me then on the start? Oh, there we go. It was... Oh, it was Rex. It was Rex. Yeah, I thought we'd get red flagged. So you saw that example right there. On Tyler's screen, he's in front of me. On my screen, I've got the wheel on him. So he's moved over, because on his screen it's clear. Because of that, even though we live in the same country, the netcode has amalgamated us in together, and because of that I can't brake and turn properly, so then we both just end up going straight and off the track rather than being able to turn properly. It's just... People talk about things they'd like to see in the game and what they want to see improved. I would just love the online racing experience to be a bit more streamlined, a bit more user-friendly, you know? Dan, you've ordered a desk mat with your own design on it. I love that. Thank you very, very much. I don't know how I check sales on this website, by the way. Absolutely no clue. So I don't... Let's have a look. It should tell me, shouldn't it, surely? There we go, dashboard. Oh my goodness! We've sold 3 t-shirts. They are all the Take It Outdoors ones, so the ones with the tracks on the back. We've sold 3 desk mats, and we have sold a cap. Thank you very, very much. Funny thing is, that's probably more sales than all of my other merch combined sold ever. So I appreciate that, boys. What would you know? If you actually put effort into making something rather than just slapping your logo on it and calling it a day, who would have thought that it does better? Not me. Clearly not. By the way, when your stuff arrives, feel free to take a picture and @ me on Instagram, because I'm more than happy to like repost people's shit on my story if you get that. Actually, should we copy? Let's copy Kellen as well. Send @ me on Instagram on the story, whatever. How you're watching me right now. You could have both of your dogs out. You could have your grippers up on your desk whilst you're watching the screen. I don't care. Yeah, send some pictures in and we'll repost them. We'll 100% rip off and copy what Kellen does for the SYS streams for RF on Wednesdays. Ben and Oles ordered the desk mat. A lot of people like that. I might have to get some other desk mat designs in. I need one for myself. I'm currently using a Pokemon playmat. Sounds like such a strange word, but that's what it is. It's just the mat that you put your cards on to play the game. But I'm just using one limb. It's the same material as a mousepad. I'm not showing you also what you cut. So the bits that you can see right now, lovely and clean. The bits off camera, I look like a hoarder. It's not good. Not good at all. $250, yeah, $250 would probably be the way to go if you're just getting back into motocross. I would agree. Maybe a 125, but I mean a 250. It depends if you want 2-stroke or 4-stroke. I would just stay away from a 450 if you're only just getting back into riding again. Where's my phone? I can probably retweet. I could probably repost a couple of these before this race starts. Get up to date on the technology. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be. 2 stories mention me. Right. They are both from Dan. Dan, stop plugging your shit in there with the card. Add to my story. Oh, that's an awful freeze frame of me, by the way. It looks like I'm doing the old duck lips. I'm hitting a little pout. Look at this dude. There you go. I've reposted Dan's. Are we racing today? What's going on? Right. Restart time. Oh, I've now moved over a gate. Love that. I think is Tyler now on my left? Yes, he is. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, both of these qualified faster than me, so it makes sense they're on my left. Didn't get a wave back from Tyler. That all. I might have. I don't know if I've annoyed him a little bit on that first start, but I was just a passenger, boys. Couldn't do anything about it. All right, let's go again. Yeah, better jump that time. Rax has got a good jump, but he's going to brake really early. Oh, passenger again. Oh, there you go. There's the Australian ping for you. So yeah, Mr. Posty and Mr. Red Ping has absolutely ruined me there. Nothing I can do about it. It's just Supercross. It's just one of them things. You have to just take it like a good boy, and then move on with the rest of your night. It's just unfortunate. Okay, not going to go for that. I think if I had... Is that him again? That's him again, isn't it? It was. I saw a red name. It was him again. Posty, chill. Yes, Aussie ping is a lovely thing. I have said it in the past. If I was from Australia or New Zealand or whatever, I probably wouldn't play this game. I don't think I'd have the mental capacity to enjoy it. Just because of how bad the ping is. Well, it's a bit of an iffy start, but my inside. We only need... I've killed him. We've only need a top 9. Oh! Oh, damn, I've got a double again. We do have a wild Troy January in front of us. So what do we... Oh, there we go. I wanted to double like that. That wasn't terrible. You have to check up for this a little bit. And chuck... Oh, Troy! Check up again. Hug the inside. Oh, I've jumped too far. Oh, I'm not going to get the oomph now. Get over it! Yes! Screw it. Cut down. Do. Getting the blue flag. That's never good. Throw a little taunt back at Troy for the fans, for the culture. Oh, that inside rut is starting to erode already. I think everyone's taken that. There's no real benefit to going on the outside after that tunnel, so that inside's probably going to get quite deep. Right, now we are coming up to Isaac. I believe, can get out the bells, please. Come to Isaac now, I believe. Hello, Dorian. Oh god, don't want to be near Dorian. We'll hear the brakes squeaking constantly. Slide into the DMs. Get out of me, Dorian, please. It's the other issue you have on this, if you do get a bad start, because lap times are so close, because the track is so short and simple, trying to come through the field is an absolute nightmare. Especially if you're being a goober like me and making all these mistakes. My sound is not on point right now. But we should end up in top 9. If we're not, then that's when I need to start worrying. But for now, it's okay. Now we can finally take this corner without fear of Troy shoving out me insides. There we go. We're moving forwards. We're, oh! I didn't look ahead enough. I saw him too late. Go on, still get the step on. Nice. That was like a free position swing there. I was about to get Isaac and Sweaties at the same time. Got a little bit unlucky with where Sweaties respawned, and now Dorian's taken my spot. Oh, and now Dorian's killed me. I mean, he's put his hand up. He said sorry. There's nothing. Like, if he made some mistake, that's all it is. But my god, do I find tracks with no ruts frustrating to race on. Again, so I'm not trying to say like in a negative way or anything. Just, I mean, you guys can see as well. It's that the racing is so much more inferior when you don't have another option or another line to go into to avoid people. That's basically the short story. But yeah, very, very, very start dependent are these tracks these days. I felt like Daytona was the only one that wasn't so much start dependent and you could actually make a charge through the field. Oh my good, I might have, remind me to go into replay off this race so I can show you that rut that's formed there. That's nuts. I didn't, oh god, I didn't see that at all last lap. Downside, oh actually I've just thought about it. Because I'm getting a poo result in this heat, my gate pick is going to be awful. I might even be outside of the box. That's not good at all. So then oh god, yeah, the rest of the night's going to be a bit questionable. I mean, the people in front are making mistakes as well. Like, Rax crashed on that lap. Like, pace-wise, I'm not a million miles off. It's just an unlucky start. Wait, how's this P4 in front? What are people doing? Is everyone on the struggle bus today? How's this P4? I mean, you guys have seen how awful this race has been for me so far. How are we here? That was rapid. God, that made me a little bit wet. Oh my goodness. I do like that even if I don't downside that that little step over clean, you can still step onto the table afterwards. That 450 power. Trying to stay away from that rut that's formed. I mean, we've gained on the lead quite a lot in the last 2 laps. Rax's, so these boys at the front, they are not immune to mistakes, which surprises me. Because even though I've not ridden amazing in this heat, the track is very, very straightforward. It's very easy. Oh, watch me crash now, said that, Jesus. So my only... It's like if you want proof, for example, that these flat tracks end up being quite one-lined, just take that 180 before the whoops, for example. Because the way the ruts form in this game from the natural road rather than having man-made stuff, the outside is just rapid. Like you're never going to pass somebody in that corner now by taking the inside or by trying to stay lower in the berm than somebody else. As long as you're in that rut that's formed on the outside, that's the quickest way around the corner. Whereas if you had 2 maybe man-made ruts of equal heights on that outside, you could probably then go on the inside rut and still carry a good amount of speed and maybe make a pass. So after Kazi's in 17th, I'm hoping that's not all my doing. I'm sorry, Kazi. Didn't mean to punt you, but there you go. You got your payback on me on the landing. But there you go. We was like 20 seconds down at one point. We finished 12 seconds down. Got fingered by the start. I think we've now got either a 7th or an 8th gate pick for the race. Not really anyone's fault. It's annoying that I got ruined by some Aussie ping after saying I don't want to go near Aussie ping. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. We still qualify for the main event, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. This is the first time in a long time I've not had a model swap on the bike. Oh, fun there. Show the rut. Thank you. So, this bad boy right here. If you land here, you're not going to be able to turn. If you land here, your front end's stuck in. So I just decided to avoid it completely, and I was trying to go like here instead on the exit. Much better. But yeah, my example really is, so in this corner, 2 lines, perfect. You can try and pass someone if you want to, and I pass quite a lot of people by going inside here. This corner, whilst there is 2 lines, that is... It's a suggestion, isn't it? It's not really going to hold you at all. So the fastest way around this corner is always going to be to get locked into this rut and rail it. Whereas if you try and go maybe here, underneath someone, you're never going to carry enough speed. Whereas, let me get the old cursor up. If we got rut 1 here, say this was a man-made one, if there was also a man-made one here as well, then you do have the option of having 2 fast lines to use. So if someone's on the inside, you can go around the outside. If someone's on the outside, you can try and go up the inside, and then have more of a chance of making a pass on somebody rather than sitting and following, for example. But we'll see how the night goes. We'll see if the ruts get too deep and then we have to move out and try and be smart on it. Looking at the track right now, the only one that might get a little bit too much is this one here. But I don't even then think it would, because, I mean, we're at a level where we can just ride the top. We can ride the top of it here. You haven't got to go in it and risk having your front end tuck. You can just ride along the top and jump out around this point. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Other than that, track rode fine. Just, yeah, unlucky start. Unlucky start indeed. It happens. In an ideal world, I'd like to imagine that Posty did brake and use his head and didn't try sending it from like gate 10, and he actually just got tangled with someone else on the straight that then stopped him turning. There's a Fantic in the 250s. Yeah, the Fantics are absolutely fine. They're a decent option. Who's had a bad crash in Presto? No idea. Have I seen VIP's new out? No, I haven't. Not yet. Charlie did tell me. Told me about it. I just haven't watched it yet. They just slapped it in reverse, haven't they? Or have they done a lot more changes to it? Put it in reverse, Terry. Shall we... What races have we got now? We got LCQs. Thank you very much, Josh.
How have you been?
I've been very well, thank you. I've had a good day today. Other than feeling a bit nauseous this evening. Today's just been good from like a productivity standpoint. So I think, are they still doing the thing where they split 250 LCQ and 450 LCQ between Cupcake and Goat? Because I might try and give some commentating a little go myself and just commentate over whoever is already commentating, if that makes sense. I imagine it'll be a minute or two before the streams actually go up, so let me just go. Let me go and test in. Oh! Mute straight away. How Twitch automatically starts playing stuff. Like I don't want that. Not my thing. I mean, in the UK, it's a lot less common for tracks to really change their layouts too much. Base ones I go to don't really change very often. So position in the heat race, unhappy. Position in the heat race given the circumstances at the start, happy. Speed in the heat race comparative to P1, very happy. Which is the annoying thing sometimes about these series.
Coming hard. Top 5 equals 1 push-up.
Every position outside the top 5. Yeah, I should get top 5. Yeah, I don't mind that. Watch me get 10th now. I have to try and do some push-ups on stream with my feeble noodle arms and my fat body. The issue that I have with that, actually, is I'm going to have to point the camera downwards. Then you're going to see, like, the 10 bowls and plates I've got stashed on the floor, so they're not on my desk in the way. I'm going to expose myself. I better get a top 5, otherwise that's embarrassing. Can I put on sit stand? I turned it off just because of, like, the logos you see at the very bottom of the screen. It overlaps it. And I didn't really have anywhere else to put the logos, if that makes sense. I could put them up there, but they're a little bit too, some of them are a bit too thick. All you really need to know on these Supercross tracks, for example, is I just sit in the corners and stand basically everywhere else. That's all there is to it. Supercross is quite straightforward in that regard. Or alternatively, if you look at my controller at the bottom left, the right stick, it's blue right now. That means I'm sat down. When it's red, I'm stood up. When it's blue, I'm sat down. Hey, listen, Troy, if you're paying with all that revenue, I'm coming. If you want to host me, I will happily sleep on your floor. Bit better than the basement. But like, I want to go to America, even if it's like for, let's say, 2 weeks, to maybe go and watch a race, but then also go riding at the same time in America. I'd love it. It's just the cost. Like, the flights are so expensive to get there. You're looking at like 1,000 minimum for something that's not basically shoving you in the cargo hold of the plane. Because they are long flights as well. Like, really long flights. I believe Troy's from Bangladesh, if I remember correctly. I don't think he's NA or EU. Wait, these... Oh no. I thought I had EMIG grips on for a second, but it was the little dots that you can see on my gloves. Gave that illusion that it looked like it. That's how Troy manages to get into MX of Nations every year. Not through his pure speed and handsomeness alone, but because he's from such an uncommon country, he just gets straight in. Yeah, I don't know. These are stock OEM grips, aren't they? They look... If anybody on AJP has made these, I apologise. These grips are minging. Wait, the one on the right's not even correct. It's like half orange, half black. Can you see that? Hang on. I haven't noticed that until now. Not that there's anything wrong with being half black. Oh my god, wait, this whole bike's boofed. Is there a... Ben, you're probably watching chat right now. I imagine there is some sort of model swap that I need that I haven't got. I'm just on standard OEM one. Could I please get sent the model swap that I need so I can put it in game so this shit doesn't look cheeks? How have I not realised this? I've just been riding around like, look, it says Husky on the... Brother. Bro trying to call me Chase Sexton. How have I not noticed this until now? What is going on? Has he put any other secrets on here that I should know about? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's Prime. Yeah, that lines up perfectly. My chain's not going to be slipping at all. That is a face, yes. He's been a sneaky boy. Oh, at least the chain actually goes on the sprocket on this bike. This is stock OEM, by the way. I'm guessing that... What? Benjamin! Why am I running the Husk TM? What's going on? You made it, did you say? But yeah, we need new management. Like, the norms and the metals are all over the place. Alhamdulillah, what's going on? Look how bad. Oh my god. Boys. These boots. I don't actually know who made these boots. Support a model swap with the FMF. Okay. I'm not going to bother going and re-downloading that, but that aside, I shouldn't have Husky reflections and norms on on the KTM. Anyway, it doesn't matter what the bike looks like as long as you ride it fast. I can't believe... I went and took screenshots. Hang on. I've got screenshots on Instagram. Do they... Can you see it on Instagram? No one's commented on that. Or can you just not see it? It's what... Huh? It's right on... This is the same bike that I was riding earlier. And the metals are right. So why are they now wrong? I've not changed anything since putting these on. Excuse me? Excusez-moi? Is this just been like, is this just a weird MX Bikes moment, MX Bikes glitch? Is it actually normal and it's just been funny? I'm going to close and reopen my game. We'll fix that real quick. He's playing Call of Duty. BP, Rebirth, bit of Warzone. Main event's probably in like an hour. Just under an hour. Speaking of Warzone, tried to make it funny. Actually, I can't play this, can I? It's going to copyright me. It's the JBL speaker meme, basically. I'm going to turn it on and off a little bit. I tried making a funny haha. LCQs haven't started yet. I keep checking in on Cupcake stream every now and then. Blood's Prestige Master. I am as well, to be fair. I hit level 500 yesterday. I think I'm like 503, 504, something like that now. I want you to be mine again. There we go. Bike's fixed. Moment's over. No, moment's not over. We still have husky norms on the bars and probably the engine casing, but at least the colorway of it all now is fixed. How have you hit 1,000? I feel like I don't get off the game, and I'm only 500. I know I play a lot of zombies, the XP rate's probably a lot lower, but... Jesus. I want you to be mine again, baby. I wanted to, I was looking at like 100% in all the zombie challenges, UAV, and I'm like 98% there. There's only like 2 or 3 that I have left to do, and it's just the annoying stuff like 500 kills with score streaks got out of the box, and other ones like getting kills with the energy mine on special zombies whilst insta-kill is active, just very situational stuff. But then I also want to go and do all the Dark Ops zombies calling cards, and one of them is get 1 million kills. So I went and had a look at my stats, and it says that I've only got like 250,000, which I thought was a little bit low. So then I went and done like a high round run on the tomb, got to like 70 something, and then just quit out. So it was like a light 10,000 extra kills to it, and they haven't counted. And it turns out that my kill counter is boofed basically, and it just isn't moving anymore. So now I don't know whether to not try and go for it, because it's not counting. But then I also thought, well, if it counts the kills that I get, let's say new guns or like new knives and weapons come out, it counts the kills I get with them for the camos. So surely behind the scenes, it must still be counting in some way. So I don't know whether to just keep on grinding for it and just not knowing how far away I am, or if it is ever going to pop. Hello, Daniel. It's going all right, thank you. We've just currently got a little bit of downtime. We are waiting for the LCQs to begin so we can give them a watch. And actually, it looks like they've started. But there's this lovely thing. Wait, it had started. Was it? Let me refresh. Twitch has this lovely thing where it gives you like a minute of ads that you can't skip every time you want to load a stream. So the race has begun. I'm just kind of sitting waiting for it. I was going to try and commentate over it a little bit myself, but we have to wait. Was there carnage off the start? What's he rewinding for? Okay, no, I feel that was netcode. Still, 250 riders aren't the smartest out of the gate. They try moving over really early. So you can see here, I think this is KFC, but he's moved up. Well, no, that geezer here, whoever that was, ZXRE moved over. KFC hooked a hard left really early on for no reason. Right, okay, so we got 3 minutes, 40 seconds here in the 250 LCQ. Baited is out in front. Might not rage quit this race because he's doing well. We shall see if that continues for the whole thing. KFC is in second place, 0.8 seconds behind. HM702 in P3 and Callum of Moto Academy in P4. For you Moto Academy enjoyers, Callum is currently working on a Moto Academy track, which should be quite cool. Saw some screenshots of that. I'm not sure how far away from completion that is, but that's something else to look forwards to. So top 4 is what these boys want to get in this race. Otherwise, they are going home early. Back to the pits. I get to watch from the stands. So I'm on the KTM 450, Duckiest. How the showdown works is East and West both signed up separately from each other, and it was top 22, I think. No, still top 40 qualified, but then there was only one heat. So actually, how's that work? It was just one heat. I would say, yeah, maybe like top 20 qualified and then one heat, and then from each one, whoever doesn't make it, they all go together here into the LCQ. Yeah. Thank you very much, Martin, Eric Martin. I appreciate that. Thoughts on D. Blair and Ricky? I'm on D. Blair's side just from the information that I've been given. That could change in the future if anything else comes out. But for now, Ricky and Diffie out. Blair, Weege, Bubba, Brayton, AC. Who else I want in there? Langston. In. J-Mart. J-Mart's funny when he's commentating. In. So Jay Hamer has moved his way around Callum now into a P4 spot. Jay Hamer has had some decent results so far this season from the races that I've watched. Callum he's been struggling a little bit. He's that kind of always on the edge of making it in rider. So some rounds he'll make it, some rounds he won't, but he's always like just there, just outside. Is there anybody in this race that kind of should be going through that isn't, maybe? Cleoxy's not having a good one at all. He's down there in 16th. There's a lot of people here that I've not heard of before. I'll be completely honest. I need to familiarise myself with the 250 riders a little bit more. But the top 3 is unchanged. Baited, KFC and HM. Baited has now pulled over more of a lead than he had earlier on. He's gone from 0.8 up to 2.5 seconds ahead. And there's only 3 laps. 3 laps including this one left to go. So maybe 2.5 laps for these boys. Got numbers. Baited's number 32. Where is he on the map? Oh, we're actually watching him right now. So he's going to turn. He's going to hit the... Oh. No, there's going to be 2 laps. Yeah, 2 laps left to go. He's going to cross a line here with about 44 seconds or so left on the clock. So we'll get 1 lap in. Then the next time round, the last lap flag will be up. KFC has closed right in on him. Whether that's from speed or if Beatty's made some mistakes there, we don't know. Cool to see the 250 boys still managing to get that step onto that table. That looks like a really big stretch there. And I don't think there's any lines on this track that the 450 boys can do that the 250s can't. At least not race lines. There might be some weird qualifying lines that the 450, the top boys done to gain that extra second or so. Where, yeah, Jay Talon's in here as well. Where is he? There he is. He's in P9. So it's good. Is Callum on a Honda or is he on the Gasser? That looks like a Honda red rather than a gas red. Oh, Sigma Cleoxy hitting backflips, very Sigma boy. So right now, Mr. Jordan W is the man that needs to twist grip, basically. He's got just under 3 seconds behind. Oh, HM702 is dropping rapidly. What has happened? Mr. Commentator, please go and spectate the bubble rather than watching the leader that's not in a battle at all. Still watching the leader. It's the last lap. Please go and watch the transfer spot. Please go and watch the transfer spot. Please go and watch the transfer spot. We don't care about Beta bringing it home for the whole last lap. Anyway, HM702 crashed. He's gone from P3 now down to P6, potentially wasting his chances on the last lap here. He needs to gain like just over 3.5 seconds to make in, so I don't think he's going to do that. But currently, Jay Hamer is in the driver's seat. Callum is just on the edge looking in, so if Jay Hamer makes a single mistake, he is going to be going home early as well. So we got Baited cross the line, KFC cross the line, Hamer cross the line, Jordan cross the line, and HM got back up to 5th. Didn't quite have enough to get up to P4 after that mistake. And then Callum in 6th, Jaytan in 7th, Froxy in 8th, Zach in 9th, and Zer, or Zor, or Zaza, or Zuri in P10. Round that off. Can quad over table pretty consistently. You can. I can't. Hey, he's still got FXR in his name. That's funny. Not good. Got to update that MyMXB. So there you go. That was the 250 LCQ. I'm pretty sure 450 goes on at the same time. 450 is not going on at the same time. I don't see a GOAT stream right now. So does that mean the Cupcake, that they were staggered and we now have to wait for the 450 one as well? Not too sure. In the meantime, spin some more laps. I want you to be mine again, baby. Yeah, I just wanted him to go and watch the battle for the last transfer spot. Even if he missed a crash, like, it's fine. But there's no point sitting there and watching P1 ride around the entire last lap when there's no battle going on for P1. Let's go and watch the boys battling out for the last spot of the night. I want you to be mine again, baby. I'm very curious to see what the overall tone of tomorrow's stream is going to be like. I'm not going to be able to watch it live because I'm not staying up for it. If I'm meant to be going riding Sunday, I'm trying to get an early bed, early sleep. I usually have to stay up until about 3 AM, 4 AM just to watch it. I actually want to have some energy in me for the first ride of the year. Oh, that was... I have moments every now and then where I impress myself, and then usually it's very closely followed by being just hella overly mid. Like, this was intentional. I knew I was coming up short, so I thought, you know what? We're going to land on the back wheel, wheelie, scrub, and it should downside it okay. And it was perfect. So every now and then, I have a little bit of skill about me. I do have an FXR hat, yes. However, you know what's the little like button on the top of the hats? It's sitting perfectly like here, on these headphones, and it's making it like dig into my head, and it is a little bit uncomfortable, I'll be honest. Wear the hat backwards? No, that's a little bit too Americanized for me. Not a bit of me. The hat nipple, yes, the hat nipple. The hat nipple's digging into my head because the headphones are pushing down on it. Where am I riding Sunday? It is not confirmed yet. It's a chance it's a private track, but I need, it hasn't been confirmed yet. Just need to double check things. If not, no idea. No idea. I need to ask BP where he wants to go because I'm using BP's bike, so I'm just a little puppy following his master around this weekend. I think half the battle about being decent at this game isn't so much about having all the speed. It's once you get the speed, it's learning the skills of saving crashes as well. Like there's an art to saving crashes and knowing how to maneuver the bike in a way that if you are going to case the shit out of a jump, land the bike in a way where even when you rebound, you should then still be able to ride away from it, or intentionally turning things into a backflip, or intentionally turning things into a front flip if you're going to get ejected out of the bars. There's a skill to crashing, or to, I guess, not crashing, I should say. Is there any weird front flip stuff on this track that we can exploit? Yes. Can't use it though. We get banned for it now. They've stopped you doing it, which I think's fair. It is a bit goofy. Imagine seeing that on stream, everyone front flipping shit. What about this one? No, back still hit it. Sure. What's this? Put your actual photo in colour. Rewrite that for me, Chris. I'm having a moment. I can't read properly. The screen's gone black again when I've just clicked on this monitor rather than keeping it over on bikes. Can it come back? Does it want to come back? There we go. The beta's banned because it's broken. Not so much, it's not just that it's a fast bike, the actual values on the bike were done wrong by mistake by the OEM team. So it's super OP, not just a little bit OP. So it's been removed for now until it gets fixed. Only from ARL. I mean, you can go and abuse it in like casual stuff if you want to. So we have just watched the 250 LCQ. I just need to check. I don't know if they was running 250 and 450 at the same time, or if they was running them staggered. So the next event, the next session, is either going to be 450 LCQ or 250 main. Either way, we're gonna watch it. I'll put it up on the stream, and I'll try and do a little bit of comment over it as well, rather than just sitting and brainlessly watching. Try and get some commentating and practicing. I should slide in Nico's DMs and be like, listen, I'm putting my hat in the ring very, very early. Anything MTG related, when there's any like series and events coming out from across the game, I want to be your commentator, I want to be your man. So at least then, if it turns out that I'm dog shit at the game, because I'm just an old man at this point, and I don't learn things as quickly as young whippersnappers, at least then I've still got a spot in the community on race nights. Go down the Reaper Doc route, retire from the racing stuff, and just try and be more community orientated, more casual with it. And I think that's probably the best way of enjoying the game, to be honest. Because I'm trying to be better with it now. Like this year, I think I've been so much better than in years past. But it's so easy to lose your head and rage and say things that you regret in the heat of the moment of a race. And a lot of the time, you don't mean it. Like if you cuss someone out and say they're this, that, and the other on something that realistically probably wasn't even their fault. It's just the game being the game. That's then a relationship that you've kind of tarnished or ruined for nothing. Because by the time the night's done, when you wake up the next day, you're over it. You don't care about it anymore. I haven't seen any footage of the new Milestone game. Outside of Instagram, to be fair. I've seen like 1 or 2 clips, but I've not watched any videos of it. It might be very narrow-minded of me. I just expect it to be the same as what we usually see. The only thing that I did think was kind of strange is that maybe they thought it was getting a bit silly. Instead of having Monster Energy Supercross 7, I mean, that's a hell of a lot of games, they've changed it to 25, haven't they? But yeah, didn't get any early game access this year. I guess I'm not political enough with my my opinions. So they gave me the last one early, and I didn't have much positive to say about that. I want you to be mine again, baby. Screw. Lovely. I'll be happy just running nice, smooth, consistent laps like this every lap. Ain't got to set the world on fire. Just smooth lap times. Should probably practice jumping through here, shouldn't I, just in case? So I don't do that. Jesus. Will bikes die when it comes out? It's very hard to say. I want to say it's like a 50-50 split. Because there's people in the community that aren't giving up on it. So people like Insane, for example, massive part of the community, runs MXB mods, massive part of the OEM team. He's not going anywhere. When MTG comes out, he's still dedicated to MX bikes. So if you've got core key figures in the community like that still about and still willing to make the game good, then it shouldn't do. But it shouldn't be down to just the community to keep games alive. Like this game's had such a longer lifespan than it's ever deserved because of the community. Like imagine we didn't have these like race series every single week. Imagine we didn't have websites like MyMXB that have the facilities to host races. Imagine if we didn't have all these really talented track creators making tracks for us on a weekly basis, or the one-off custom fun stuff like the new compound that JV released. But imagine if we didn't have dedicated teams of like 20 people making all of the real-life bikes. I mean, we've got 3 packs of real-life bikes. We've got OEM, A-Kit, Factory. If we didn't have any of that, this game would have nobody. Because the actual base game itself is pretty damn mid, all things considered. Imagine you get home from a hard day at school or a hard day at work, and you think, oh, I can't go riding, you know, it's midweek, it's too late, you know, it's dark, I want to get my motocross fixed somehow, and you load up MX bikes on Forest on MSMs. That'd be fun for 5 minutes. There's always going to be hardcore fans, don't get me wrong. Like you just said, there are very hardcore MX Simulator players that haven't left the game after 15, 16 years. There's going to be MX Bikes players that don't leave MX Bikes after like 12 years or however long MX Bikes has been out for. So it will never die. It's just what capacity would it still be operating in say, another 5 years' time. Am I sticking with number 3? I'll be honest, boys, there's a high chance that the outdoors season is my last season competing. I do want to transition into more of like a commentating role than racing. Well, if it's not feasible, if it's not a possibility, then by all means I'll try and race more. But it just depends how the MTG stuff goes as well. It's all up in the air. There's all question marks and asterisks around everything at the moment, so it's way too early to say. No, I've not played any MTG yet. No, the game's not going to die just 'cause I've stopped racing, boys. The game is much, much bigger than I. Not even the biggest YouTuber anymore. Oh, Troy's taking that crown. The game dies when Troy stops uploading and stops bringing new faces and attention to the game. Ooh, hold on to everybody. I think anyone that plays the alpha has to go into it with an open mind. I don't think there's ever been an alpha game released ever that has been perfect and is exactly what you get in the final game's release. So I think as long as people that play it give their honest feedback and do good feedback and don't just say this is shit and that's it, it will only go in a positive direction. If you can play the game for like 2-3 hours and say, right, I've noticed A, B, and C. I like A, not a big fan of B. C, I don't think works well at all. And then you go, you could use this to improve B slightly to make it a better experience. C should be scrapped completely. And then you give reasons and like screenshots and proper good feedback. The game's only going to go in the right direction. Because the people behind the game want it to be the best game. And I'm guessing they're going to be fairly active in releasing updates and making the game as good as it can be. I don't think it's going to be an MX Bike scenario where you might get a beta once every 1.5 to 2 years, and the things that you actually want out of it just don't get the attention that it needs. No, I think, especially the first few years of MTG, especially because they're getting so many real-life eyes on it, and they've sponsored real-life events and this, that, and the other, they want it to be good. I don't think they just want to release a game that's hella mid, and then that's it, and they leave it forever. I think it's going to be, what was it, live service, is that the right word? Just constantly updating and trying to improve. Is there actually only 6 likes on the stream? Hang on, I don't usually do this, let me check. If so, you boys need a slap on the cheeks. No, there's 102 likes. I think you got to refresh. You scared me for a second there. 102. 6 new members, 587 people watching. Thank you, everybody that is sitting here and watching. It's very much appreciated. Let me hit a cheeky refresh and I'll cupcake stream, see if the races have moved along at all. I've got Discord closed right now, so I can't even see when the servers are going up, so I need a little bit of guidance from you guys. So looking at Cupcake stream, he says the schedule was, like, for his stream, was 450 Heat 1, 250 LCQ, 250 main, 450 main. Did he choose to do 250 LCQ over 450? That's a weird decision for me. Because I'm not trying to, like, poo-poo on the 250 guys, but I really feel like the 450s are the premier class, so they should be given the most attention. The mains went up 1 minute ago, so we haven't got to join our server. Actually, let's just... I'm not going to run any more laps. Let's just join my server now. I want you to be mine again, baby. No, I think the big studios make more money doing exactly what they're doing now, by releasing a game that isn't finished and then releasing a whole bunch of updates with cosmetics and stuff that people then have to buy afterwards. And I just think over the span of the whole game's life cycle, that earns them more money than releasing a fully polished game from the beginning. And it has to be casual. They're never going to make money if they release a game that's like as difficult as MX Simulator, because the masses will download it on Steam, play it for an hour, say this is shit, it's too hard, and then refund it. So they have to make an easy game, so it's accessible for everybody. Unfortunately, for us hardcore fans, we don't get off to the easy games. We want it to be a little bit more difficult. Right, I'm in here. I'm going to pull up Cupcake's stream real quick to here, so you guys get to see just in case. I'm just going to go to the gentleman's room real quick, and I should be back in just 2 or 3 minutes. I missed it. I missed the start. No. Oh, God. That's going to come off me. Ugh. I missed the start, and I can't rewind Twitch streams, so we've got what we've got. Oh. Right. So, we've got my favourite muscly man on the entire planet, Victor, in P1. Love to see it. We've then got Enrique, who I believe might be from Brazil, in P number 2. Dylan... Wait, is this... What? How has Dylan managed to... What are we watching right now? Is that Dylan?
It's Ryan Bra celebrates 19 months of membership. What's up, Linds?
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Brave.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. I'm very well. My mood is high. How has Dylan managed to get... I thought this was... Could anybody... Yeah, anybody could sign up, please. Never mind. I was like, how on earth has Dylan done this? I didn't think he'd done any 250 races. Dylan's doing 250s now, apparently. He's on the Honda, which is quite cool to see. Dylan's moved up into first. Thank you very much, Troy Janvier.
21 months of membership.
Odge. Thank you very much. Brian had a little bit of difficulty pronouncing that, but it is what it is. Oh, Victor. Oh, sliding out. What's happening here? These aren't the usual people that I see at the top of 250s. Yeah, it's poor from Troy, really, isn't it, Oasis? I'm glad you said it. Someone had to. So I'd expect Yoku to be up there. He's in 13th. Expect Dan to be up there. He's in 10th. Neon's in 8th. I thought he'd be higher. Brad's usually a lot higher as well. Why is Ken... Boys, what's happening? Why is Ken's in 250s as well? And Pumpakasu's all the way down in 18th. Dan's just dropped a fit. What's going on? Aqua's in 14th. This race is a shambles. This is a mess. You know what? I don't mind it, because the 250 boys always get to move up to 450s on the opposite coast and throw a spanner in the works for our championships. I don't mind Dylan and Ken's dropping down and throwing a spanner in their works as well. And funnily enough, it looks like Dylan's probably going to win this race. He's gapped 4 seconds already. I know there's still 12 minutes left to go, but he's usually pretty damn consistent. This is actually a really stacked race. Can more of the 450 boys do this so I can get some more positions, please? I'd appreciate that. Rax, Tyler, doesn't matter that you're only 1 point away from each other in the championship. Just drop down for me. Let me have some more positions. West had only 54 sign-ups. I think a lot of 250 boys probably go into with the impression of there's half as much chance as usual for me making it, so I'm just not even going to bother. So I don't mind that. See how many people Neon can take out. Troy edging me out for 2 months, so much hate. Troy loves a good edge. He's a kinky little fucker, but he loves a good edge. Right. Oh, Victor, dive into the inside there. Clean pass. Really nice pass. And that's because he downsided that little single on the exit of that section well. These boys are so quick through. They've got to be wide open with how much grip the 250s have. Can we get some Neon? Can we get some VOD review of Neon? See how it goes. That triple out looks like a little bit of a stretch for those 250 boys. I'm not sure if that's a regular... Oh, who's dead? Who's just behind Victor? I think that was Brad. It was Brad, yes. Some say that is delayed karma for leaving Club MX. Unfortunately for Brad. Oh, by the way, in case nobody knew, Ken and Cams have left AJP now. Just throwing that out there. I think Ken's went because he wanted to run some Fox gear, which is completely understandable. AJP's locked into FXR stuff all the time. And I think Cam went just because he really likes Ken's. So, yeah. I think I am the only AJP 450 rider right now. So no pressure or anything. No, none at all. I don't see a Dimitri on here, unless he just didn't qualify. That's a good point. I didn't even think of Dimitri. If anybody wants to join AJP, feel free to message and ring BP on Discord. He's the one that you want to talk to. He answers phone calls more often than messages, so give him a call on Discord and he should be able to give you a trial if you want to do that. Yes, yeah, that's a good point. I can try. I can be a bit more aggressive now without having to worry about it. But then that works both ways. Like I think Cam's been very, very nice to me on the track all the time because we're teammates. But especially like seeing Cam in real life as well, going to arena cross. I feel like we've got a little bit more of a bond now. I feel like we probably wouldn't be the... that's just like a last lap dive pass, maybe. I don't know, but I don't think we'd ride each other dirty on the track at all. Didn't know there was ads on YouTube streams. How do you boys think I make a living? We got to do it. I can understand the annoyance towards the ads sometimes, especially if they happen at like a really interesting part. But then people do also have to understand that it's my job, basically. So I can't pay for that gym membership that I barely use unless I do some content. Troy goes to AP. Oh yeah, you're not going to get on to HAP saying things like that, Troy. That's a sensitive subject. No need to go trigger happy on the timeouts. It's all good banter. I want you to be mine again, baby. Devon's just gone. Checked out. Should have been doing 250s all year. We would have had a nice easy championship by the looks of it. Neon's moved up to P4, so he's made good positions on track. I'll be honest, I've not paid too much attention on the time difference. So it's 12.5 now. We'll have a look in a couple minutes' time to see if that changes at all. But, I mean, look, oh god, Enrique has dropped. He was in P2 when we tuned in, and he's now 36 seconds down in P19. Dan's dropped as well. He's in 18th. Jay Hamer's in 18th now. Sorry, Dan just passed him. Oh no, he's even further down. That doesn't look good. Can you guys see? That's not an ideal set of letters to have cut off after the end of your name. Beta's dropped. Well, Beta's in 14th. KFC's in 12th. He dropped a lot. Pumpakasu's moved up after a bad start to P11. Same with Yoku. He's up to P9. Ken's sat in P7 right now. There's a lot of bikes in the same area of track. A lot of bikes. Watch how many people switch to the Honda if Dylan wins. I have it documented, by the way. The very first day that these new bikes came out, I tried the 250s out a little bit. I hopped on the Honda 250 and I said, this feels like the best one. Everybody's been riding KTMs and Huskies, and now we're starting to see more and more Hondas start to dribble through. I'm not saying that I know everything, but I know a lot when it comes to this game. And you all laughed at me. You're not laughing now, are you? Unfortunately, Victor has dropped down to P6 right now, my big muscly man. I hate to see that. I want you to be mine again, baby. I'm just going to tab out real quick. I just want to do a quick server check, make sure we're all Gucci. I'm kind of screwed here for gate pick regardless, because I've got like 7th or 8th gate pick. So I'm just going to choose gate 1, and as far inside as it allows me to go, the better, basically. If I get a good jump, sick. If I don't, I'm probably just going to check up and try tucking underneath everybody and see how it goes. Hopefully I do not get net coded. I don't get Australian in this one. Dylan's still pulling away. He's actually pulled away from Neon as well. And Neon's got the red plate on whichever coast he is. East, it says east, sorry. Who has west? I want to say it's probably Pumpakasu, isn't it? He's been going quite fast this year. Linda Launch is banned. It was just like spinning your back wheel into the start gate to just go faster out the gate, but this is banned in the aerial rulebook. So not allowed. I've never played BeamNG. I played iRacing many years ago. Played it for like a period of a month and then didn't touch it again since, to be honest. I'm not very good when it comes to steering wheel and pedals. I'm very heavy-footed. So with a controller in my hands, I'm great. And I know you can play iRacing on a controller, but I feel like it defeats some of the point of it for me. So I like playing it on a steering wheel. I'm just not very good at it. Right, Ken's has moved his way up into P5 now, and Victor has found his way up into P4. So who's had a stinker? I think Rush has dropped down to P7, so he's not having a great time. Aqua's been slowly moving through the field as well after his bad start. KFC's kind of Yeah, he's fallen off in this race. Not great. Ashton, I think, was as high as P2 at one point in this race, and he's down to P12 right now. There's a lot of movement going on. Ninja would be very happy. He usually doesn't see enough movement, but there's a lot of movement going on in this race. And I'll be honest, I've seen one pass, and that was Victor going up the inside of KFC, I think it was. Or Brad. No, it might have been Brad. So, whilst it might look like it's been a really good race, because there's a lot of juggling positions, I think it's just been from 250 guys being 250 guys and crashing a lot. So I don't think it's actually been battles, per se. It's like it could be a good battle going on right now for P7, if Cupcake would like to watch that, rather than the person in a lonely P2. Because there's a three-way battle for P7 right now, just under 2 seconds between those three. Also a battle going on for P5 between Aqua and Kens. Oh yes, Brad is catching. Dylan must have made some mistakes, because he was like 14 seconds ahead, and I don't think, as good as Brad is, I don't think he's gaining 7 seconds straight up on a track like this. Best aerial Supercross track for practice? Just anything from this year. You want to play the most recent year just so you've got the same sort of scaling, but they're all much of a muchness. If you want a track that's got a bit of everything, Anaheim 2 would probably be my go-to. It's got 2 sets of whoops to practice on. It's got a tunnel jump, you've got your normal Supercross triple, you've got 2 or 3 long rhythm sections. So in terms of just general practice for a track that has a bit of everything, Anaheim 2 is pretty good. Right, Dylan trying to get through some lappers here. Is Enrique going to be good? He hugs the inside. I'm convinced that inside's quicker. I mean, I was looking at them there in the background. They look to come out fairly equal as well, so maybe it's the same. No, I don't really have too much of an opinion on the RC controversy, just from the information that I've heard at least, and watching Daniel Blair's video, I'm just on Daniel Blair's side. If Ricky comes out and says anything or makes a statement at all, that opinion could change, we'll see, but yeah, I mean, I like Daniel Blair. Tampa's a pretty decent one as well. It's a lot more simple. It's a lot more straightforward. Maybe Paboso's bothered a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, he probably hasn't seen any MTG. Did you just see what Neon done there? I don't know if that was intentional. That was sick, if so. He probably hasn't even seen any of them. He's so disconnected from the game and community in general. He's probably never seen any of these tracks or seen any of the banners anyway, or seen a YouTube video that then has these banners on them. I don't think he knows. If he did know and he was disappointed, there's also nothing he can do about it. Because the tracks and the website that distributes the tracks and the track creators are nothing to do with him either anyway. So I don't know. And maybe they wouldn't put as many of these logos in here. They wouldn't have had to make their own game if this game was good enough and got enough updates to begin with. Yes, I'm racing tonight. As soon as this race is done is when my race begins. I mean, there's 2 seconds left, so they're going to have 1 lap left to go when they go across the line. Unless Dylan hits Choke of the Century, Dylan should win this, which is so funny. I think this is his first 250 race in a very long time, and he's going to put it on the top. Ken's is in 7th, which is still respectable. He probably would have liked to do a little bit more, but I'm guessing he's only had a week. Maybe he's only had a couple of days worth of 250 practice. It might have been a last-minute decision. Victor should get on the podium as well, which makes me a very happy man. Neon is there in P7, not very far behind. If Victor messes up, he could get there. I have a feeling Cupcake's going to follow Dylan to the finish now, but I'd really like to tune in on Neon to see if he does that line again into this rhythm. I want you to be mine again, baby. It's annoying that I've only just seen that line, actually. It would have been nice to practice it before my race, but I don't think I'm going to have any time to now. So there you go. Dylan, Brad, and should be Victor, unless he's got a disgusting amount of cuts. Victor in P3. We've probably... Oh, Aqua's passed Neon on the last lap. No, Neon's crashed. He's dropped 2 more positions. Not good. He's not going to be happy with that. So then we've got Dylan, Brad, Victor, Aqua, Kens, Neon, Rush, Jordan, Yoku Sumalainen, and KFC rounding out the top 10 there. Pumpakasu, not the race he was be looking for. He actually got lapped. I don't know if he had a lap not count or if anything weird happened. But that was quite a, I wouldn't say interesting 250 race because nothing really happened. But it was very stacked and there was a lot of movement of positions. There was just no real battles or passes at all. Right, I'm going to plug my shit one more time, boys, which I apologise for, but I'm aware that there's probably people in here right now that weren't in here earlier when I mentioned it. I have just released a new merch drop. So if you go into the description of this stream, it should be the 3rd link down. It's lins-shop.4fall.com, and it is right here. We have got hoodies, we've got polo tees, we've got normal tees, we've got a beanie, we've got a mouse pad, and we've got some hats as well on here. Just dabbling a little bit. Some of these you can get in a disgusting amount of colours if you want to. Some of these are just the colour that they are, and that's it. We might update that as we go in the future as well. But I like it. I think it's very cool. We've already had 3 people buy these Take It Outdoors tees, which have the track maps of all the 12 rounds of outdoors on the back of it, and then just the Pointy Boys logo on the front. And then we've also got this Do tee. Thought I'd try and pay a little bit of tribute to the channel, since we always make lovely sounds as we go through the whoop section. I don't know, this is just whoever, like, the website pays to model, like, this is rendered onto him. He's not actually wearing it, by the way. Quite funny. Yeah, it actually looks a little bit like Kelso. Just gonna leave that there. And that's that. We've had 3 people buy the mouse pad already, which is a big W. 1 person's bought a cheeky Pointy Boys hat. Thank you very much for that as well. And yep, just thought I'd show that off before we get into the main event. It all helps me. I get like $10 per sale or so. So very good stuff. And I appreciate each and every one of you for doing so. Again, the link for all that is in the description of this stream. So 5.5 litres of fuel, fresh tyres, clean bike. We are ready. We're locked in. Oh, should probably get Charlie to model them, yeah. I need to order some for myself as well. Oh, you can order samples that you make for them. You have to buy them though. They don't send you any freebies at all to test out. Oh, Ben wants the mouse pad design on a t-shirt. I can work for that. Ever considered a team shirt like the pros have with FXR? I'd have to talk to people, because I imagine there's some legal stuff I'd have to go through to be able to use the FXR logo on merchandise and for me to benefit from it. So I'd have to see. Maybe some sort of FXR collaboration could be quite cool. But I'll be completely honest, boys. I don't think, like, the big dogs at FXR have any idea who I am. It's only the couple that are invested in the video game side of things, like Dan, for example, who actually know. So I don't know how much weight, really, my name/image really holds. I want you to be mine again, baby. I did meet Andy at Nations, that's true. I did introduce myself. Boing. We have the fun little bike life waiting bit now, just for the next minute or two before our race starts. Let's see, is there any funny business going on in the in-game chat? Only 0.15 a road tonight. That is low. That's on the lower side. So this track is going to be fast the whole time. Let's have a look. Isaac on 63,000 ping. That's good. That's it. That's all anybody said. Just Isaac's ping. He's on 300. Troy's on 180. That's quite high. So even for US, that's quite high. Troy's playing in his basement after I moved out. He's moved in. That mouse pad is in one size, so if you go to that link, it should say the size that's on there. There was 2 other sizes I could use, but the website's laid out in a really weird way where I have to then go and recreate the design on all 3 as well, rather than just doing it on 1, and then it gets scaled per mouse pad size. So I've just done the 1 for now. It's like it's a medium sized one. It's not so small that it'll just fit your mouse on, but it's not so large that it'll cover the entirety of your desk. I would refuse to wear a hoodie that had OBR on it. I'll be honest, I want you to be mine again, baby. Mousepad with squishy boobs. Well, I mean, if you've done it for me, you could just make my forehead squishy, because if I take the hat off, there is a lot of forehead to use. So there's a lot of wrist support there. It's really bad timing. I do need the toilet again. This always happens before races. It must just be nerves. You guys ever, like, if you're... I know it's a video game, but we're going to use real-life references. So if you're, like, pulling into the track first thing in the morning, do you ever get, like, the nervous poos? You have to go to the toilet before you go for a ride? I used to get it every single time. Even to a track that I've been to 50 times before. I still get the butterflies as you pull in the morning. Going to have to desecrate the Portaloo. I've never have, like, pee anxiety. I always see people, when I used to race back in my youth, that tell the person next to them to hold their bike, and they'd go and run and have a pee just before the gate starts to drop. But I've never done that. It's just making yourself lighter so the bike goes quicker, that's all. Even if it's like half a pound to a pound. Don't know what that is in kgs. 1 kg is like 2 point... Wait, is it... Oh god, which way around is it now? Is it 1 kg is 2.2 pounds? I think that's the right way around. No, not a pound of urine. That'd be some crazy work. I mean, one of these weigh a pound. So if you could fill up that bottle, that would technically be a pound of piss. So yeah. Right, race time. Wish me luck, gamers. Again, if it goes to shit, if I'm dead in turn 1, we're here for a good time. I know you guys are here to watch some dubskis, but I'm just here to show face at this point and try and enjoy the game as much as I can do. I want you to be mine again, baby. Right. Yeah, we've not got a good gate here. Got like 6 people to the left of me. So yeah, I think I had gate 7. That was a quick one. Oh, well, I'm just going to try and run it in deep. Oh! I'm not gonna say anything. I'll let you guys know what's happened and who the idiot is, so we'll just carry on with our race. And you know he's an idiot, because he didn't even make the first corner. I think it was Jake. But he didn't even make turn 1. Himself. So yeah, I got ruined by that. So now we play catch-up. We play catch-up for the rest of this, and hopefully it goes fairly straightforward. We've got Finn here with... Oh, so don't take Finn out, don't take Finn out, don't take Finn out. I'm sorry, Finn. Never mind, it's fine, he got into someone else. I like Finn. We get on very, very well, so I don't want to cause any any animosity with old Finnif. No clue what position I'm in right now. We'll find out when we cross the line for the first time. Oh, someone's in the Tokyo Drift here as well. This might be Cam. No, that's Marshall. Still get quite a few people rocking the old Santa hat. I'm a long way back. I'm in P9. I'm 7 seconds down. Oh, okay. So hopefully... I don't know. Actually, it might not have been Jake. Whoever was gate 6, that was outrageous, that start. Like, they did not stop for that corner whatsoever. Anyway, we'll go again. It might not have been Jake. Just if anyone was, whoever was to the left of me here, absolutely ruined me. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, maybe it wasn't Jake. We'll see who's to the left of me here whenever they spawn him. Where's Breezy? Well, how was Breezy there? Is that... I can't even read it because there's so many names inside of each other. Maybe break next time, please, Breezy. Like no, I don't think it was Breezy. Whoever's on the gate to the left of me just did not break. They didn't even make turn one themselves. Thank you very much. Right, I intentionally went wide that time. Just going to check up. Jump in. Cross jump everyone. Oh, Sweaties is inside me. Hopefully he's not gone down. There's a little bit of a ping discrepancy there, so we never know. Right, Rax is in the lead. And Ty... Oh, God. What, boys? What? How do these two always get such good starts? We got P1 and P2 in the championship, in P2 and P1 now, but just in reverse. So currently, Tyler is leading by 1 point over Rax. So it's going to get exciting. I'm in P... Where am I? Like P... Am I P3 now? I'm either P3 or P4 in the championship. Rax has just completely disappeared off my screen. He's back. Well, there you go. I usually get screwed over by red flags, but that one's actually helped me for the first time ever. So now we just try and lock in, ride some consistent laps, and see what position we end up in. Just having a look to see exactly what... Oh, yeah, my sand is not good. Got Cam behind me here as well. God, all the fast boys are up here. Come on, guys. Oh, saw a yellow flag already and got excited, but I think it's for someone else across the track. I do not think it applies to me at all. Oh, I've gone too far. That's alright. Got a lucky bounce. Ooh, into the barrels go. Not good. Ah, just some fucking room. I'm sorry for swearing. That's just one crash, but some room would have been lovely. Just a morsel of track. We have got into lappers so quickly. We're not even near halfway. But, hmm. I'm going to wait until the end of the race to say my piece about this track, just so you guys don't think I'm talking down on it just because I've had a crash or two. I was in P7. Very good. Fuck's sake. Checked up. Because someone's doing barrel rolls in front of me. Of course, you can't check up in a whoop section. Because then that shit happens. I'll say it now. Track shit for racing. And I'm sure it's great in testing, but like the other 7 flat tracks that we've had this year, it's not fun to race. Yeah, Rex is streaming over on Twitch at the moment. It's not fun to race. You have to just hit everything absolutely wicked every single second of the track to make a nanosecond of time up on people. And then when you get into lappers, you're all in the same line as each other, so you can't do anything then either. Kind of why I want to transition to more of a commentating role. Is that if this is what we get forever, it's not a bit of me. Game freeze. I can't do anything about that, boys. It's Streamlabs that's done that. I'm guessing you can hear me right now, but yeah, you can hear me. I can't do anything. I can't tab out and fix that. I have no idea why it's done that. I'm hoping that's Stream Elements and not anything else. I mean, you can hear me. You can see me. But I guess I'll do a little commentary over the top of it, I guess. Why would that... That's never done that before. Why would it freeze there? Currently in P5. Aiden is right in front of me for P4. Just close... Oh, messed up the sand again. Pretend it's like an audiobook. So I've messed up the sand. There's some disgusting kicker formed already on the little triple after the sand. Yeah, it's not even Streamlabs now, it's OBS. Like, Streamlabs always used to do this for me, which is why I stopped using it. And the funniest thing is, the thing that tells me about dropped frames, it says I've dropped 0 frames. I would argue I've dropped a hell lot more than 0 frames right now. Just MX Bikes things. Oh, Jake, please go more than 2 miles an hour, I beg. Oh! Bloody came to a stop right in front of me. I'm in a Prike sandwich right now. I'm between the two twins. I'm like an Oreo. I am the white stuffing in the middle. I mean, they're both white as well, to be fair, so it's not great. It's not a great analogy. Yeah, just got to close your eyes and imagine. Let's see if you guys can work out where I am on the track based on what the engine's doing. I mean, you're about to know exactly where I am on the track. I want you finish line now. We are right on Aiden's booty cheeks. Step over after the finish. Step on. Lapper crossing from far right to far left in front of me. Cheers, buddy. Barely survived that. My bumhole is clenched. Up and over the tunnel. Through the sand we go. Right, trying to go up the inside of Aiden at the end of the triple section in the rut. Double, triple, jump to the end, made the pass, nice, we're up into P4 again. My bike is not feeling great in the whoops, I'll be honest, boys. It's like I'm going down into the whoops rather than staying on top of them. It's just where they're going away quite quickly. Somehow Cam's found his way up into lead. Rax has shit the bed. He had a massive lead and he's had a big crash by the looks of it. He's gone from first to third. Now I'm double again. Back across the start straight. Right-hander before the whoops. Wheelie over the single. Do. Back through the whoops. I remember back when Troy used to do NA. I think it was 20... What year was it? Was it 23? I don't know. It might have been 23. He live streamed his round 2. Actually, it might have been last year. Round 2, anyway, of Supercross. And he was in the LCQ and his stream froze right on the start gate. So for the entire of the LCQ, I was watching it. I was trying to like work out where he was on the track. I actually done a right job of doing it as well. Yeah, I've kind of moved up into a little bit of a lonely P4 right now. Third... Oh, don't go over the burn, please. Thank you. Third place is 16 seconds up the road, and that's Tyler. And fifth place is 3.5 seconds behind me. So a little bit of wiggle room. Oh, okay. We got some more Deafy Road forming. That little inside rut after the finish line is getting a hole in it. Not bueno. Got 5 minutes plus a lap left to go in this one. I'm now 4 seconds ahead of P5, so we got some breathing room. But yeah, we are just in a little bit of a no man's land right now. Jumping out. Yeah, the stream's broken for everyone. That's why I'm trying to commentate more than usual because I can't pull over and tab out. Unless... If I don't have... No, I haven't got enough. I've not got a big enough lead for people behind me to do it. And got lappers on my cheeks as well. Just more than in my cheeks. Marshall's like entering me. Okay, I might have to stop taking the inside right after the finish. It's to the point where it's not like a super... It's weird. There's a hole that's formed in it, but it kind of gives you... Oh, there is... Oh, okay. These OEM tyres, they're leaving a little bit to be desired on the road, I'll be honest. It's just the kickers that are forming randomly is so strange. There's one on the landing of the tunnel jump, of all places. There's just a hole forming. Really weird. I'm tabbing out, I'm doing it. I'm back. Ah! There you go. Look at that, tapping out mid-race. This is a kind of W's you get from the old YouTube content. Tabbed out on flat ground. Oh, I've taken it again. 3 laps in a row I've taken that right, and I shouldn't do. Oh. No. That tab out's going to absolutely ruin me now. I lost at least 2 seconds from doing it, and now I've made a mistake, and I'm going to lose P4 in this race because of it. That is it's a hard pill to swallow. I'll be honest, this race has not gone the way I wanted it to go. I can complain about no ruts and everything like that all I want, but I've still made many mistakes myself this race. I just wish there was more opportunity to pass people. It's like the little get-together with Tyler, where he came across the front of me at the end of that sand. You wouldn't have to do that if there was 2 or 3 ruts there to actually hold him in it. But that's what pisses me off. Is we're forced to apex everything as if we're in like F1 cars, for example, to carry all this speed. And it just leaves so little room for actually riding and racing around people. That's where the downfall started. I was barking until that point. There is a freeway battle for lead, yes, although there's probably not actually going to be a single pass in that without someone casing a rhythm section. Yeah, the whoops are gone. Destroyed. Annoyingly, I do have to go a little bit sendy now to try and catch up with Jake. I'm not going in that inside anymore. Want nothing to do with it, although I also then keep messing up the outside. Because I was a goober in testing and didn't do enough testing of the outside. I just stuck to the inside rut only. So that is big mistakes from me. Stay out of that rut. Nice. Double. Oh, I'm in the bales. Skirt. Yeah, I will die on the hill that every track needs ruts. I mean, it hasn't got to be the extent of Daytona, but it can't be a coincidence that Daytona's the only track this year that I've gone back multiple times afterwards and actually played just to play. Not for like hot laps or anything, but just to enjoy the track. And I actually said during the Daytona stream, I historically have not done well or really enjoyed previous Daytona tracks. So that says a lot. I did not have a P5 on my wildcard for today, boys. I thought I'd do better. My pace felt decent in the heat race, so the main has not gone the way I wanted. Also sluggish everywhere. They lapping Hakon of all people. Yeah. No, no, there he is. I was about to say, did he disappear? But no, it's just awful internet. That's Bree. No, it was Isaac. I was about to say, I thought that was Breezy. Like, why is Breezy on red ping? He's not. Right, last lap this time around. Please let the pain and suffering come to an end. It's either going to be a P4, no, a P5 or a P6, depends if I mess up this lap and Aiden comes past. If Jake was being nice, he'd crash and lose 5 seconds and let me get P4, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not even happy with a P5, considering like 2 of the 450 fast guys are doing 250s today. I'm kind of like, I'm not even best of the rest. Not best of the rest right now. I think Jake's in that best of the rest position. Them top 3 are just gone. I could have been with him. I really, really could have. Just had a couple of mistakes compiling all together because my speed was very, very good. But yeah, didn't enjoy that. Bit of a nothing race. I'd be interested to see the other top guys' thoughts on the track. I really, really would. But I don't enjoy these. I really don't enjoy these. I did get a donation at the start. That was... Oh, it hasn't... Wait, it hasn't showed up. It hasn't showed up in my filters. Let me remove it. Dots. Activity. It's reloaded again. It should show up now. Oh my Jesus fucking Christ. Why did that not show up? You boys didn't tell me that it was a £100 donation from an anonymous. Well, that's just made me much happier. You know what? Fuck the fifth. Don't care. Who cares about racing anyway? The tracks are just boring and very, very easy. And it's really annoying having to go 110% everywhere just to stay on pace. Thank you very much, Mr. Anonymous, for the £100. I'm sorry that half of that race was just me stuck on this jump and you couldn't actually see anything. I have no idea. I have no idea why it done that. It's never done that to me before. I hope it's not a common thing. To be fair, if it was when the gate dropped, then I couldn't have done anything about it anyway. But if whoever it is still here, I do appreciate it. Let's look at in-game chat real quick. Oh! Troy's not happy. Oh, he had issues with Parker. Parker was in the way a little bit for me as a lapper. Sweaties, please never race again. You are the worst lapper ever. What a race. Best of the year. This annoys. There's nothing against GOAT. This pisses me off. When the commentators say it was a great race because there was some position changing. But for the actual racers playing it, it was not. It was a shit race. And it's only from people making mistakes because you have to go so fast on these easy tracks that there's any passes happening at all. If it wasn't for like Hot Lap or trying to get world record videos, I guarantee like Cam would probably never touch this track again. Tyler's probably not touching this track again until next week. Rex probably isn't touching this track again until next week. I'm not touching this track again. And I'm hoping that Stoney doesn't take offense when I say these things because it's not aimed at him. It's aimed at the people that call themselves pros, yet at the start of the season wanted flat tracks to race on. That's all it is. I feel like this is coming across as a crash out, but it's not meant to be. I'm just, again, trying to reiterate over and over again the opinion of someone that's done it for over 4 years now and ridden on smooth tracks and ridden on rough tracks. The rough tracks create better racing. We got a week off, actually, haven't we? Yeah. We got a 2-week break. So I think that's okay. So, again, remove Stone Rider from this because he's building what the community wanted him to build. We're going on track layouts as well, just combined with the smooth tracks. Shit track because it's got one rhythm on a Supercross track. What's the point? Okay track, but way, way, way too small. Too easy. Actually good. I did enjoy A2. I just thought it was weird that so many of the insides were OP on a Supercross track. But you know what? A2 was good. I enjoyed it because there's multiple rhythms and 2 whoop sections. Glendale, I didn't actually like it. That might have just been because the whoops were a bit funky. Tampa, even though I won Tampa, boring as fuck. Detroit, boring again. Arlington, boring again. Daytona, best track of the year by a mile. absolute W, go-to track, Indianapolis, disgustingly boring. So it's just, I don't know. Hang on, I'll read you a message. I'll read you a message that I sent to Wes earlier today. So I've told you that I want to convert over to more of a commentating role probably after this year. The issue that we have with that is there are already dedicated streamers. So I don't want to push someone out. At the same time, I don't want to co-commentate because I just don't bounce off well with people that I don't know well. So I messaged Wes and I said, are you going to be, like, is he the one organising Nations again this year? To which he said yes. And I said, can I put my name forwards very, very early to commentate, etc. And a couple other things about like why I'm not racing and blah, blah, blah. And and he said, why am I not racing instead? And my simple response was, it's not enjoyable anymore. The tracks are too easy. The competition is too hard to keep up with without having to grind the game. I have much more fun watching others than actually racing myself. Plus, motocross the game is around the corner. That's kind of my opinion on the game at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to seem like it's a crash out and I'm coping, because like a fifth is good, a fifth is fine. But I didn't enjoy that. And I started in a really good mood before the start of the stream, and it's just kind of gone down and down and down the more we've raced. And I just think that's because the tracks are boring. Like, I didn't even win Daytona, but I really enjoyed it. Hopefully we get some rough and rutted tracks on motocross the game, is all I can think of. And I guess just see this one through. One thing that is a positive, I do need to look forward to. I can't share you any screenshots. I've been asked not to. No, I know, Jake. Sorry, it wasn't you. You was on gate 5. It was whoever was on gate 6. I've seen screenshots of one of the MXGP tracks that we've got coming up, and it looks good. It looks. Let's word it this way: the person that tested it told the track creator to tone it down because of the rough and the ruts. So it's going to be rough and it's going to be rutty, which I'm very, very hopeful for. So roll on GPs, hopefully. By the sounds of it, I might not be able to do round 1 of GPs because I have to travel down south to get something with my car sorted. So round 1 might be a no-go. So I'm not going to be any sort of championship contention for GPs, but hopefully the races will still be good. Thank you very much, Max. Don't worry about it at all, man. Anything is very much appreciated. All good, all good. Yeah, I'm away on the 24th of March, so I won't be doing the first one. You think it was Aiden? No, it was definitely a KTM. Honestly, Breezy, like, I know I have issues with you on the start in like the private. Why is my game flashing black? What's going on? I know I have issues with you in public lobbies sometimes on the start, but to do that, if that wasn't red flagged, I'd be absolutely fucking fuming. Like, that is the most brain dead idiot thing I've ever seen. Do we need any more proof? Like, you ended up over here. You didn't make the corner. Like, just brake. It's not that difficult. So yeah, there's that. The pic was sent to me in DMs, Kaiser. I can't share it with people. I don't think I can share it with people anyway. But yeah, very, very rough. Very rough indeed. Thank you very much, Royce. This is probably the longest that I've stayed after a race, to be honest, and it's just me trying to vent my frustrations out. And look, Splash said he's ready to quit as well, and Splash is very capable of like winning every single race that he turns up to. Don't know. I think we need a reboot or a re-roll or something. I'm wondering if this. So you see like the black flickers that are going on. I wonder if I turn that off, does it go away? No, it's still what? Huh? I've never had this issue before. If I turn that off, but then I just won't have reshade on. I've had no stream elements like updates at all or anything to cause this issue. I guess you guys just won't be able to see my reshade anymore. Hey, it's not flickering now. So it's something to do with third-party overlays. Interesting. Yeah, no idea. Oh yeah, so we're not racing next Friday. So yeah, maybe we'll do a public race, do some public stuff. We'll see how it goes. But I'm in two minds because I'm trying to like enjoy my gaming experience more. And maybe Reaperdoc was on the right path of just retiring from the racing side of things. So I think the racing side of things is gone. It peaked at like 2023, and then it's been a little down since then. I'll be honest. I don't know. What do you guys think is the issue? Yeah, the issue that's exactly so what Splash has just said. He enjoys watching me play. He's not enjoying playing himself. I enjoy watching Chase race in NA more than I enjoy doing my EU race. So I enjoy watching more than playing right now, and I couldn't tell you what that is because I've not really had that before this year. If any of my content that wasn't MX Bikes got any sort of views, I would do it more. Unfortunately, I'm stuck in this little situation at the moment where I have to get views to get money at the end of the month to pay the rent. So if I keep uploading things that don't do well, I don't pay rent. That's the short version of it. I know it sounds quite blunt, but that's basically it. Might even sound money hungry, but at the end of the day, people do need money to survive. Do you like the 18.3s or 19.1s better? I would love these 19.1s if the tyres didn't cause this weird erode that we've been getting. Because with the 18s, whilst they were more on the fun casual side, I didn't like how you just like bar drag in every single corner. You know, I think they were too quick. Hmm. Oh, that's just because I've been procrastinating a lot, Tyler. I should do it every single day. So that 3 times a week isn't enough for the rent. When I do, just in life in general, I'm very all or nothing. That if I do one thing, that takes all my time. So if I'm uploading videos, that's the only thing that I'll do. Or if I'm streaming every day, that's the only thing I'll do. I'll then neglect myself and my responsibilities for the rest of the day. Whereas you'll notice the last like 3 weeks, I want to say it's been like 3 weeks since the upload rate has gone down in the bin, is conveniently when I started going to the gym as well. So now I put all of my focus into that rather than doing both. And I don't know why, but it's not a difficult thing to say, right, I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to go to the gym. Actually, the morning wouldn't work because I go to the gym with Linda. Let's say I wake up in the morning. I've got like 8 hours all the way through the day that I could make content. And then I've got the evening to spend with Linda and then go to the gym. It does kind of like gymming and streaming is hard to do at the same time because the stream time is my gym time, like same time of day. That's the issue. If I want to go with Linda, if I don't go with Linda, then I can just go at like 2, 3 a.m. But then the sleep schedule gets messed up. Then I wake up at like 4 p.m. Then the cycle continues of not being productive enough, and it just goes on and on and on. So yeah, I'm not sure. No, too early to do another donator-thon. I don't like doing them that often. I feel like that does come across as money hungry when I do those. I am very much I am a person of routine. It just a lot of time it ends up being the wrong routine. Um, yeah, sorry to be a little bit of a a Debbie Downer towards the back end of this. I'm just not sure of how to get those opinions of how I'm feeling about the racing and the tracks across in a positive way. I don't even know if it is possible to do that. I mean, actually, like, I go into the season saying I want a P5, I'll be happy with a P5, and then I get a P5 and I'm annoyed by it. I don't know. I'm just a sore loser, I think. Before we go, I'm going to try that line that Neon done. Let's try it before I disappear. I think I'm just a sore loser. That's all there is to it. Everyone's racing the same track. If 4 other people can go well around it, and I didn't. That's all it is at the end of the day. Let's try this little neon line. Yeah, I might. I was talking to Reaper earlier in Discord DMs, and I was like, I'm literally going to do what you done and just retire and just try and be more fun, casual community stuff instead. Yeah, I don't know what the outcome is of that. Maybe it works well on a 250, depending on what you do afterwards. If you could step off the table and get fast out of the rhythm afterwards, it would be good. But I think he's going like on here, off here, and then for the sake of doing that, you may as well have just gone around the outside and tripled anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's imagine if line, but I don't think I'll do that again anytime soon. So yeah, I'm not gonna go and stress eat because again, I'm trying to do well and gym and all that good stuff. I am probably going to take my stress out on the new PGA because I'm trying to now play on the pro settings and I keep slicing and hooking the shit out of everything and not even hitting the fairways, so I need to improve on that. Again, to everyone, negativity aside, thank you. I do appreciate it. I really do. I know it doesn't come across as it sometimes, but it does mean a lot that people stick in here week in and week out and watch these streams. To that massive 100 donation and to even the smaller donations throughout the night, each and every one of you, I really do appreciate it. And then also everyone that's bought some merch already, big W. It really does mean the most. Let me just have one last look at the merch before I disappear. So that's quite a funny number. Apparently, I have made an estimated $69 of profit on the merch today. So that is actually insane. Thank you so, so much. Let's have a look at products. So we have sold 3 outdoors tees, 3 mats, and 1 Pointy Boys dad cap. So thank you very much, everybody. And again, if you want to go and check that out, the link is in the description of this stream. Just go and have a look. If it's not a bit of you, don't worry about it. It's not for everybody. If it is a bit of you and you want to support the channel in any other way, then by all means do so. And then when it arrives, take a picture, put it on your Instagram, tag me in it, and I'll put it on my story as well. So yeah, thank you everyone. I hope if you're racing an A, I hope your night goes better than mine did, and you actually enjoy your racing. I'm gonna stop crying now. I'm just gonna go read Aerial Pits instead, and I'm probably gonna join Discord and have Rusper say, "Hey, you're shit. Chase Sexton washed. Watch the front end, dickhead." So I've got that to look forward to. Good night, everybody.